And that was Ken Ken with Good Music, y'all. That was off the chain.
Yes.
It was awesome. So now you have a line in that song, and I wrote it down. Of course, I don't have it with me, but the line in the song is something about having to switch up the Christian music. What do you say? I'm sorry.
I said this Christian music has to evolve, but we gonna have to withdraw.
That line, that's powerful. Because as Christian spoken word artists, I mean, you can only imagine, the trials and tribulations that we're having trying to get our music heard out here, because people think that it's supposed to be just the old, the music that our grandparents grew up on, the Wade in the Water, and all that good stuff.
Right.
And so when I heard that line, it just really kind of pulled me. Well, it is. Listen, our generation ain't getting saved off of Wade in the Water.
Y'all don't have to write those
We're going to have to eat bark.
We don't have our hands on it.
So yes, it's
remix. It's Wade in the Water.
Right.
the whole hip-hop version.
Right.
Come on. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, because a lot of people want to close their ears off to the new, the new style of music. And so when I heard that line, I just wanted to tell you that I totally agree with that, because it does need to evolve. People need to open up their hearts and open up their minds and realize everyone doesn't get saved through that old school music. And we don't want our young people listening to the, the Jay-Z's and that type of rap, but at the same time, they don't want to play what you're doing either. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just kind of crazy. So I just want to encourage you and tell you, to keep doing what you're doing, because I love the feel.
Man, and I appreciate that, because like you said, man, this Christian music can be definitely tough because of the simple fact, like, you're bringing a whole new style of music.
Mm-hmm.
You're bringing a whole new style, and it's like, people are accustomed to the hymns and whatnot and all that. Well, if we're gonna try to get this new generation saved, we can't bring that to them. We gotta bring them to them by what they know.
That's what's up. Cause see, I didn't come out the old church. I can't straight out the club. So I went from just Pastor Cavassier to Pastor Communion Tray. So I had to
that's real. That's grape juice. And then she got mad.
Wow.
It's real.
What I like about it is that you're rapping at a pace that I can hear and understand. Because when they get to going way too fast for me, I'm like, dude, because I can't understand all of that. But I mean, it is at a pace, and the music is good, the message is good. And I do agree that we have to embrace, that more. But I do a little hymns, and then Free Me, she flows in that, so it's gonna work together. Older than new.
Yeah, that is true. You're right.
It's the great thing about your music and your rap is the fact that we have to really focus on this generation today.
Right.
Us as adults, we have to begin to put things in position where these young men and women can begin to receive it, because we have to come to them on their level.
Right.
And a lot of churches today, their youth programs are built on what they believe and drawing them into what they feel they need, and you're losing them, because what you need is for the time that you were young. This generation that we're dealing with right now is something like we've never seen. It's something like we've never seen. Their way of thinking, and they're not into teaching the word, they're into hearing the word, and through hearing the word, that's how they're taught. And your rap and your music, it has the ability to tap into the soul that's on lockdown, and we have got to be able to release a lot of these kids, and at the pace that a lot of these churches out here and the programs that they're doing with their youth, it's not working.
Right, that is true.
So what have your experience been as you go out and try to get your music out and do concert tours and that kind of deal? What has your experience been?
The experience, man, to be honest with you, when I had first started out, man, I mean, it was kind of tough, man, because you're bringing a positive message. Mm-hmm. Instead of something that's negative.
Right.
purpose.
And the mistake that a lot of people make is that they don't realize that the vehicle changes, but the message stays the same.
Right.
Exactly.
And really, they have to. They haven't taken the opportunity to give it a chance or to listen to it to see what it's about. Some people are so staunch. It's not what I'm used to. They don't want to do it. But we've been saying, you cannot approach this generation with antiquated ideas and whatever. They receive information, like you said, by hearing it through iPods, iPads, laptops, computers.
Technology.
Technology is where it's at, and you don't have to change the message. And that's also another catch-22. Some of the rappers that have come over to gospel, they have not come over. They're just using it as a means to be able to get a new venue of money stream. So they're not keeping a message, pure. When you go to their concerts, they're acting like the world does. So it has to be both parties doing what they need to get the message out to the people.
Right.
Not just you saying, just because that artist over there walking around with his jeans down his behind and all that. No, not all gospel rappers are doing that. So they can't make a judgment about it until they give it a chance.
And
that's true.
Ken, Ty and I were talking when we were off the air. You have to choose. And today, people their choosing is over the fence constantly. It's so easy for people today to settle and give in to whatever it takes to make things happen. And it's like if you stick, it took one man to change the whole world. The only man, Jesus Christ, the only way he came in by having the favor of his Father, how he changed the world is he remained consistent. He remained consistent and committed, and that's something that you have to do. You have to remain consistent and committed to what you know will bring about change, and it'll happen.
Amen.
Do you write?
Oh yeah. Do you write your own stuff, or you sit down with a group of guys and pick a subject and just go at it together?
I write my own music. I mean, everything that I write, before I write any music, I'll basically just pray to God and I'll ask him, Lord, what do you want me to talk about? Because, you got this almost like a preacher, so he writes a sermon so he can give it to the congregation on Sunday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's basically the same thing with music. Like, Lord, what do you want me to say to your people? So, that's basically how it goes, the process.
Right. Well, tell us a little bit about Cloud 9. What was the inspiration for that piece?
Cloud 9, man. I mean, basically, when I wrote that, man, it was just basically that high feeling that you have when you're living for God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That peace feeling that you have when you're living for God. And I mean, it's just, when I wrote that, it's just basically like, so just think about all the things that he's doing in my life right now. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, his love and everything he's doing in my life, it has me on Cloud 9. Like, it has me on that highest level of love for him. Like, it's crazy.
All right, then. Well, you'll be listening to Cloud 9.
Yes, God is good.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I just won the dance off in here.
Oh, Lord, I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I took him out.
That was Ken with Cloud 9. Dude, I'm feeling that. I mean, that's that summer groove feeling.
Yeah, you put that in. Just
go wash the car, go clean up the house, you know what I mean? Put it in there in the evening when the sun going down. It's still kind of pretty out.
Hey, you hear him?
Right.
Cloud 9.
Man, I appreciate that.
That's nice.
Nice, dude.
Well, thank you.
So we definitely wish you much success.
Tyrone is not on our team.
Yeah, we ain't paying him no attention.
You got any Tremaine Hawkins?
Oh, Lord, he gonna slow it down with Tremaine Hawkins, really?
No, I'm just...
looking too.
Yes, Bob. Both of you.
Did I put change on it? Hey, y'all better not sleep on change.
Change. Oh, change.
That's him for real.
We do it all up in here.
Wait. And all I have to say is, I'm the only singer in the room.
Sometimes.
Do you have a fan page or a way that people can contact you?
Yeah, my Facebook page, my artist page on Facebook, and I also have my official website at KingKenGoodMusic.com. That's KingKen, GOODMUSIK.com. So definitely check me out on those.
Oh, cool.
Most definitely. And how can people get your music from where? On your site? Or
Yes, they can. On my site, they can.
Okay. Yeah. So you're doing a whole independent thing.
Yeah, just trying to do it by God's grace.
And I really do applaud you for that, and we'll be praying for you on that one. A lot of times, I tell people all the time, your gift is not only meant to bless the people, but it's meant to bless you too. And
That's right.
And it's not supposed to be abused by someone else that takes advantage of you and get more out of it than you get out of it.
Right.
The devil is a whole lot.
Yes, it is. You know,
That is true. That is very true.
I mean, you make $1 and you got to give somebody else 70 cents.
Right.
God don't work like that.
you know, it's amazing because, you know, the word says your gifts will make room for you. You know, when you think of making room, there's things that you have to move around in order to put things where you want them to be. And what God has
Right.
given you, the only way you can move things, when He says your gifts make talent, will make room for you, you have to speak those things into existence.
Right.
Right.
But we talk a lot, but we only believe in half of what we say.
Right.
The rest, we feel like we have to be motivated to move, and we have to be motivated to push. Man, God has laid out everything it is you want.
Right.
Right.
All you have to do is speak it, and like we said, the universe has to yield to give up to you whatever it is that you say.
Most
Right.
definitely.
Because there is nothing in this world, Ken, that you can't speak into the universe that God has not already told the universe before the beginning of time, give it to you. So once you speak whatever you want, the universe hears it, knows that it's already in existence, and gives it to you according to what you believe.
That's true. Wow.
Yeah.
You can have it. You can have it. It's all yours.
And you most definitely have us in your corner. We love your
Always.
music, and
I'm gonna play Cloud 9 again.
so so glad that Kaylin reached out to us, and glad to be able to play your music. And you know, God's gonna do what He do. I love the spirit that you have, and the spirit of the music. Definitely is what's needed.
It is.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate that.
And I work with young people, and I tell them all the time, you know, y'all not doing anything that nobody else, you know. And if there's something that I can put in their hand that is an alternative to the junk that they listen to, I'm excited about that.
Right. Right.
Wow. I appreciate that.
Because, I mean, there's so many messages out there, and our kids are in a whole lot of trouble. And
Right.
we're going to have to fix that. And
That's true.
Yes, they are.
and with, you know, the music that you do, that is a positive way to do it, because they can get into the beat, and then they can get into the words. And like I said to another rapper in the city here, I love it because it's just affirmations.
Right.
When you read in the scripture, and what you're saying is just an affirmation about who you are, who God is, and the more that gets in your spirit, you can't help but to walk right.
Right.
Because that's the power that's in Jesus' name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
I have one question for you,
Okay.
and you can answer it to the best of your ability, or if you don't have an answer for it right now, we're good with that. But with what you're doing and the move that you're on, what are you expecting for God to show you out of all that you're doing? What is your true purpose? What's keeping you driven? You know, what is the one thing that you are expecting to see from all that you do?
Really, to be honest with you, the most thing that I'm expecting to see is just lives change, really.
Right.
I mean, just seeing people that never knew God come to God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A person that never has ever called on God, start to call on God.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, my mission is to say so, really. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like you said,
Right.
And I never understood that, because it's like, if you're doing good, then it's like, oh, why you trying to be good? You know, do this, be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Do bad, like how we doing. So I mean, basically just to see lives change, and like I said, to see people that never knew God started calling God.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I'm excited about a young man of your. You can really go places and people will listen.
Yes, they do.
I mean, the young people will listen, because you already got these senior citizens in here dancing and things. So you already got us. But I know a lot of young people. I mean, and you know, I'm excited about young men taking that, and young men, because really we don't have enough of young men standing up and trying to reach the masses, and it's all about souls, not about what you can do.
These young men need something that they can look at and say, these young men today need something that they can look at and identify as change.
Right.
Because today everything looks exactly the same. The church and the world.
Yep.
It looks exactly the same. I go to church, I can do what I do at the church that I do at the club, and at the Boys and Girls Club, and in the schools. You know, there's no line that defines different anymore.
Right.
So when you show up, are you showing up to show change, to show these kids that this is change? This is the true gospel.
Right.
I am the church. But you know, today is so hard, because when we were growing up, we knew what church was, and we knew what church music was, and we knew what the gospel was, and we knew what the world was. But today we
knew what the line was.
Right. And the fear of God ran deep. You know, it ran deep in our.
Most definitely.
We feared God more than we feared our parents. We feared we did what we, you know, we
stepped over a little bit sometime the line.
But
everybody do.
But we knew where the line was.
Right.
So there is no line anymore.
No.
So when they get way out there, they don't know how to come back.
They don't know how to come back, because there's nothing to save me. I don't know what change is. I'm looking at the church, and I'm looking at the world, and it's like, how do I turn around? That's the reason suicide rate is out of control. It's outrageous, because where's the point of return?
Right, exactly. I don't know how to get back.
When I go to the church, the people at the church is talking to me like the people in the world. So when you hear your music, the music is like somebody raised the white flag, is waving it. Hey, here's change.
Yeah.
And we need that amongst our youth. We need that.
So.
I appreciate that.
Well, what else do you have coming up as far as engagements or what you're doing?
What I have coming up next is I have a concert coming up on the 15th in El Paso, and I'll be on there with some other artists. I don't know if have you ever heard of Five?
No.
Have you heard of a Christian artist named Five?
Five? No, I haven't.
Yeah, he's out here in West Texas, and we'll be performing together, so I'm ready to see God move.
Wow. Well,
ready to see God move.
We're
going to have to get Five on the air so I can ask him what his name means.
Right.
5 minutes of pain. 5 minutes of glow. He started with the 5. I'm just going to say 5. Give me 5. Give me a high 5. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but man, you should definitely check him out, man. He is very anointed, and like I said, he's great at what he does, man, because God has blessed him to do so.
All right, man. Well, make sure you have Kaylin post that, and we'll share it on our page.
Definitely.
Will do.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. It was very, very good talking to you. We'll be praying for the success of your ministry, and that God will open up doors for you, and that your CD does bless people as well as it blesses you to be able to do more CDs and to travel and do more ministry.
And the one thing I can say to you, Ken, to add to that is, the one thing I can say to you is, no matter what happens in your life, no matter what takes place, please more than staying focused, remain consistent.
Right.
Remain consistent.
And make sure your mama know that.
Please.
That one of her friends.
He is, you know, I have a Holy Ghost hater up in the studio today. I just want you to know. You didn't let the man say thank you about my comment before you bring his mama up. You want me to be a senior citizen today. I'm not going to do it.
And when you come by the studio, that's going to be fun.
It is going to be hilarious. What's really going to be funny if his mom says she do money.
Right, she sure with it.
And right when we get done, I'm going to call and ask her too.
Yeah, call her. You know Gloria Johnson, Mary Johnson. She going to be, yeah, I know her.
That's how she going to say it?
Yeah, I know her. How you know her?
Yeah. That's like it. Yeah, that's that lie.
Wow.
Small world, man. Small world.
Small. How about that?
But yeah, man, thanks again for allowing us the opportunity to speak with you today and get your music out there. Like I said, we would definitely be playing it and supporting you.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm praying for y'all as well, and I continue to keep doing what y'all doing because I love it.
Good.
All right,
Keep doing what you're doing. All right, have a good one.
You too. God bless.
God bless.